Since we're talking movies, time for... Oh, this is nice. We got a little bug on the computer. Since we're talking movies, let's talk about this weekend's films. We got Paul Lowe, and you know that his life is a movie.
Paul Lowe?
Yeah, Paul Lowe, your life's a movie.
Hey, Paul Lowe, your life's a movie.
How are you? Do I get to enter the contest in any way?
Yeah, what would you pick, Paul Lowe? What's your favorite summer
probably
film?
A double feature, American Graffiti and Dazed and Confused.
Both of those were already gotten into the contest.
Okay.
One of mine was Summer Lovers. Did you ever see that film, Paul Lowe?
Yes.
Where they go to Greece and get in a menage a trois, but they kind of sissied out on it, and the girls never actually touch each other. So one takes a nap when he's pounding one, and then he rolls off her and into the other one. And I'm like, you came so close to really having a realistic movie, and you just lacked the courage.
Well, that director's gay, so, what are you going to do?
Well, why judge, Polo?
I understand. He did Grease, and he did that, and, so I'm not saying...
Yeah, it seems like you're, trying to pick people out.
I'm not. I'm just saying, maybe he wasn't the right person for that particular project.
He could get married if he wanted to. It's got none of our business.
What about your wife's movie, Polo? Summer Heifers.
I don't know. As you know, she's very thin now, and she had a nice day alternating between passing out and being
coming to?
You never got her into the rehab yet, huh?
No. She's weighing the options.
Yeah.
They're weighing her.
So did you rush out and see Dawn of the Dead last week?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's actually a very fun ride. It's a great movie. I got to tell you, if you like that sort of thing, you're really going to like it. If you don't like
I saw the first one. Why would I go back?
Okay, because you liked the first one a little bit.
Yeah, I did like the first one. I feel like I'm done.
The zombies move very slow in the first one.
What I want to see is Dawn of the Dead, and it's just a guy named Don, and he comes back.
But in this movie, the zombies move very fast. It's really a great opening. I mean, they're a nice companion piece. I would even say a good double feature. But I mean, I think this one really is.
I'm not a big zombie movie lover. That's why I haven't seen The Passion yet. I'm just not in a hurry to see Walking Dead films.
It's a very violent film as well. So this week we have Lady Killers with Tom Hanks, and we have...
take it easy on yourself. I heard a big moan there. Why don't you just stop at Lady Killers, since that's the one that you know?
Okay, Jersey Girl, of course, as well. Lady Killers, Tom Hanks, and the Coen brothers together at last.
Now, I'm a huge Coen brothers fan. How's this one hold up, Polo?
Okay, I mean, everybody knows how talented the Coen brothers are, but I mean, if you're really honest, they don't tend to really hit it out of the park very often. It's always...
Fargo?
Yeah, I'm saying very often. I mean, that Fargo and Raising Arizona...
Barton Fink?
Yeah, especially Fargo...
Miller's Crossing?
There
goes another one out of the ballpark.
I'm saying they're not... To me, they're good triples. Maybe.
Triple, sorry.
Not
so they're the Willie Mays.
But I'm just saying that there's sometimes, and of course in every movie there's always so much to like, but then you kind of wish there was, like this last one they just did, Intolerable Cruelty. This is kind of along the same. Of course, this is a remake too, which means it's the first remake they've really done.
So it's closer to like Intolerable Cruelty than all the other films, because I saw that one and I liked it, but it just felt, I don't know, too modern and not enough like them.
Yeah, and this one is actually a remake of a Peter Sellers, Alec Guinness film, The Lady Killers, and it follows it pretty closely, except it changes everything. Instead of being in
Then that doesn't sound too close, numbskull.
I understand.
Except for every actor is a monkey. That's the only difference. It's like if it was filmed on Planet of the Apes.
This is filmed in Mississippi as opposed to England.
Don't be racist with me.
Now,
Don't be racist with me.
And as you know, Old Brother, Where Art Thou was a huge record album, musical album from that movie that they did. This one has gospel movies, where that was, the bluegrass. This is the gospel. They have a lot of, so they could have a big...
Polo, I gotta stop you. I have no idea. Is the movie good or not? It seems like you're disappointed.
Is a middle... It's right in the middle range of the Coen Brother movies. I think Tom Hanks is good, but at times he annoys me.
Is it too much of this Tom Hanks and this Colonel Sanders thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very juicy part. He gets to throw out a lot of words, a lot of poetry, and it's got a lot of funny parts.
I think this will be the first film in 10 years, which is kind of amazing, the first film in 10 years that he won't make $100 million film.
And I have that same feeling, too. And I've had
it's not even a matter of feeling. The people will not show up for the Coen Brothers. I'll be there, but I'll be watching in an empty theater.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Jim Carrey. When he makes a serious movie like he did last week, nobody goes. Even though it's one. I
understand that the entire country shows up to see, God, or whatever the hell it was last
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. And that they're not going to show up to see this really cool film that he did this year. All because he's not talking out of his butt cheeks.
Right. And I mean, I'm not saying anything about America.
It's awful. Why don't you just admit the truth? America's awful. I can say it. They've got taste for S. There's no way of getting around it.
I didn't want to say anything about America.
You will really know if a movie's bad if it does well at the box office. That's when you can say, wait a minute.
That's where Dawn of the Dead comes in, Paulo.
Well, no, but fine. The Dawn of the Dead at least is really, really good crap. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with good crap. And I mean, if we got a lot of good crap all year long, that'd be great. But then we got Scooby-Doo this week, Scooby-Doo 2 this week, and that's very bad crap.
Well, of course it is. The first one was bad. How could it get better?
Yeah, really.
Now, when you say, Apollo, when there's something like Scooby-Doo coming out, Scooby-Doo 2, and you know it's total crap, do you go anyway as a film reviewer?
Yeah, because he looks at children. He sits in the back and he stares at children.
Polo.
No, quite the opposite.
The children stare at you?
Mm-hmm.
I tend
and they're going, what? It's out. One of the kids yells, oh my God, it's out.
And it's the Scooby snack.
You're an awful person, Paulo.
No, I prefer empty theaters, and I don't like theaters full of screaming kids. And the thing is that
You like bedrooms full of screaming kids.
No.
And just basements full of screaming kids.
As they're losing their fingernails embedded in the wood of the door trying to scratch their way out.
Put the dog in the basket. Put the dog in the basket.
I wouldn't have a basement full of screaming kids. I'd have a basement with a chained woman or something.
Paulo, we're teasing.
Okay, I understand.
Stop it.
I understand. The thing is
get off of that one.
There's enough garbage coming out, and these kids' movies are really they're very. I'm not going to go see anything if I'm not going to go see a kids' movie.
Good.
Like this Home on the Range next week. I'm really debating that.
What is that? I never even heard about it.
It's another Disney hand-drawn animation with Roseanne as one of the voices.
And again, Disney loses Pixar, and they put out one of their own cartoons, and this thing looks like it's drawn crap.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to stay away from. I have no choice but to go to all the movies, but I mean, sometimes
you have a choice, Paulo.
No, sometimes I just take it.
The popcorn police aren't dragging you in there.
But okay.
He's a movie reviewer without a column.
I'll go and I'll sneak into another theater for a little while, then come back. Maybe, I don't know if I'm not really thrilled.
All right, Paulo, you forget that you're reviewing movies here. And Jersey Girl by Kevin Smith is coming up. Now, I've seen every Kevin Smith film.
Right.
And this one, I doubt I'm going to see in the theater.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's clearly he made a definite decision to not do a Kevin Smith film for all intents and purposes. To a certain extent, his natural, there are certain scenes where his natural writing style comes through. There's a whole scene where they do Sweeney Todd in the kids' school. That's kind of odd. But this is kind of, I think, it's a very sentimental movie. It's an emotional movie. It's dedicated to his deceased dad.
Courtship of Eddie's father. We have seen this film since they started making films.
Very cliche.
It's very easy to go, I feel bad. It's a man raising a little girl without a woman. Who's going to feel good about that?
Well, I mean, honestly, only a real Grinch could hate this movie. But there's a lot of Grinches out there, frankly.
Well, I've seen this film. It ought to have the Olsen kids in it. That's the kind of film that it is.
Well,
Double trouble.
If anything, first of all, it's not really a family film because George Carlin uses some of those bad words that he tends to use. And, and this is a great part for George Carlin, as a matter of fact, because it's really kind of about... Any part
is a good part for George Carlin. He doesn't get in films, so yes.
It's the biggest part he ever had.
Did they cheer when J-Lo died?
Yes.
See? This is people going to watch Bennifer and make fun of it. It's not a real movie.
I think it's probably closer to being like a real Hollywood movie than anything that he's ever done.
Right.
That's why I don't want to go.
Considering School of Rock was a similar thing where they kind of made a Disney movie with an independent edge, this is kind of what he's doing here, too. Trying to reach out to an audience that has no idea who the heck he is.
Yeah, but why do it? Why try it?
Well, because I think it really was a personal project that his father died. He missed his father very much. And, George Carlin is his father in the movie. And if there's anything that disturbs me about this movie, is it's one of those movies that celebrates downward mobility. Here in the beginning of the movie, Ben Affleck has everything. I mean, his life is perfect, okay? Then he gets the kid, he loses everything, and yet love is supposed to make everything better.
Yeah, it's better, because you can't have love if you have money and nice things.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I hate about...
you can't be a good person and enjoy a nice car. And the people that are really happy are riding around in an old Rambler.
Exactly.
And kids are the cause of all the problems?
Literally...
They stop and be close to the kids and love the children.
He has an apartment on Central Park South. He must make at least $500,000 a year, and then he winds up running a street sweeper and fixing sewers.
Right, because there's no way once you've been kicked out of a PR job, there's no way to get another one. Even though Lizzie Grubman ran over 18 people, and she's working in the business again.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that there's a big star in this, much bigger than Ben Affleck, who is integral part of the plot and is not really, I don't know if...
Will Smith.
Okay, well, then you just spoil it for everyone.
What do you mean? Everybody reads reviews. It's in every review.
Okay.
Bruce Willis was supposed to get that spot, but he never called Kevin Smith back.
Why would Bruce Willis call him back? I wouldn't either if I was Bruce Willis.
So yeah, they make a big use of Will Smith in the movie.
Oh, why ruin it for us? Why don't you tell us? Just tell us spoiler alert.
Does he show up like Bagger Vance?
No. And, of course, Liv Tyler is there.
Please, that's a spy. I want it to be surprised. At any point when he's with Liv Tyler, does he put a cookie on her belly button and start talking about running up and down from the mountains to the valley?
No. And Bruce Willis doesn't show up in the movie again.
That's her father.
I understand. Overall...
Is there an Aerosmith song?
No, there's a lot of Bruce Springsteen songs, actually.
Oh, really? In Jersey Girl, shock.
Yeah.
The one reason why I wanted to see this film is that our old office is in it. You can literally see our office in the preview.
Right, that's true, because it's right across the street from the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
And the Hard Rock, a lot takes place in the Hard Rock and such, yeah. I mean, but again,
Is Hard Rock Johnny in the movie?
No, not at all. But strangely enough, Hard Rock Johnny, or are you talking about Southside Johnny?
I'm talking about Hard Rock Johnny.
I don't know Hard Rock.
He runs the Hard Rock.
Southside Johnny can't even get in his own video.
Apparently, Southside Johnny, Jack Nicholson, and Danny DeVito came from a small town in New Jersey, but I thought...
Really? Some night when I'm really high, why don't we discuss it? Right now, I'm not. It just sounds boring.
How do you go from movies to stupid stuff?
Because we're talking about Jersey. The thing is that it's really, about the Jersey life and the Bruce Springsteen, My City in Ruins type of thing, and that you can still find love even though when you've lost everything and have nothing.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm shocked that you can find love in Jersey. First of all, when you're looking around and you're going, I don't know whether I can find a chick or not, and apparently his daughter talks him into chasing this chick, right?
Yeah.
Who would have to tell a heterosexual man, hey, go after Liv Tyler? She'd be good for you. Nobody would have to be, that doesn't have to be pointed out to guys that have a package.
A very wise first grader.
Yeah, he doesn't have sex for 7 years after Jennifer Lopez dies.
Believe me, and I love my chick. I've been with her forever. As they were lowering her into the ground, I'd be with somebody else. I can't wait.
Ron, would you like to say a few words? Ronnie.
I'd have somebody pulled right over the casket. And I don't mean that in a bad thing. That's just the way the world works. Why would the guy go without women for 7 years? There's never been that kind of love. Except for Italian women. Old Italian women will then just dress in black and act like the funeral has never ended. And it's like 25 years later, and they're still wearing their funeral stuff.
I think it's just that George Carlin told him not to bring any whores into the house.
I'm sorry, who's talking? Is that Paulo?
Okay.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
That's the non-movie review.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
I hear the wife in the background.
All right, Gail, did you want to say anything?
No, I want to kill Napoleon.
Okay.
Why does she want to kill Napoleon?
Napoleon's the little dog, and he tends to jump on everybody. And
She knew Napoleon personally.
Oh.
She's had a very good day. She didn't rest much in the last few days, but
Waterloo, meet Waterhead.
okay. But today I kind of just laid in the bed with her, and she got some sleep, and she usually does some kind of a leg lock on me there where I can't move.
Sure. Around your jibs. Well, Polo, it sounds like you have a wonderful life.
Thank you.
So no movies worth seeing this weekend.
Again, I would rush out to that Dawn of the Dead, because if everybody who's going to go see that movie is going to scream whether they hate it or they love it.
And do you think that's going to be number one again?
I think there's a good chance. Yeah, I think there's a good chance.
I think Scooby-Doo will be number one. I think people are going to take their kids to see Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I guess you got a point there, but I mean, not if I have
seem obvious, Polo?
Huh?
Forget it.
All right, Polo. Thanks for trying.
I'm sorry.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a break. We better head back inside. Wendell, thanks for setting us up out here tonight. You made it a very nice night for us. We'll be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.